Somalia signs a $900 million fighter jet deal with Pakistan, shocking the world. For a nation long battered by conflict, this was history in the making. Newsrooms buzzed, and social media lit up with speculation. For decades, Somalia's skies were silent. Now, that silence will be broken by 24 brand-new JF-17 Block III fighter jets. For its people, hope and anxiety now fly side by side. Somalia's sky has been empty for too long. That is about to change. Somalia's air defense is almost non-existent. Since the early 1990s, the country has had no real air force. Somali borders are wide open to the sky. Pirates, smugglers, and militants have taken advantage for years. The government has often relied on foreign help just to keep its airports safe. Neighboring countries have strong air forces. Ethiopia and Kenya both have modern fighter jets. Somalia, by contrast, has watched from the ground. This weakness has left it exposed to threats from land, sea, and air. In this region, power is often measured in aircraft. For the Somali military, the lack of air defense is a daily headache. Helicopters borrowed from allies can't control the vast countryside. Surveillance is limited, and rapid response is impossible without planes of their own. This deal with Pakistan aims to fix that. If it succeeds, Somalia will finally have an air force again. For the first time in years, it can patrol its own skies and stand tall in the Horn of Africa. To understand this deal, we must go back 30 years. Somalia once had a proud air force. Soviet-made MiGs patrolled the skies during the Cold War. Training missions, air parades, and defense patrols gave Somali pilots purpose. But then, civil war came. When the government collapsed in 1991, chaos followed. Air bases were looted, pilots fled, planes were abandoned and left to rust. What was once a symbol of national pride disappeared almost overnight. For decades, Somali leaders dreamed of rebuilding their air force. But budgets were tight and the world was wary. Western countries saw too much risk in selling advanced weapons to a fragile state. Somalia's pilots, engineers, and mechanics scattered abroad or found new jobs at home. This left a painful gap. Without an air force, Somalia could not defend itself or project power. The country fell victim to pirates, insurgents, and smugglers who used the empty sky to their advantage. The dream of flying again seemed very distant, until now. So, what is the JF-17 Block III? Built jointly by Pakistan and China, it is a modern multi-role fighter jet. The JF-17 Block III is fast, agile, and packed with advanced technology. It can attack targets on the ground or in the air. It also carries high-tech missiles and smart bombs. The Block III is the newest and most advanced version. It has radar that can spot threats from far away. It has a digital cockpit, helmet-mounted displays, and even electronic warfare tools. Experts say it is as good as many Western jets, but costs much less. For Somalia, this jet is a game-changer. It can be used for defense, border patrol, or even to fight pirates and militants. It gives Somali pilots the chance to learn modern flying skills. The JF-17 Block III is rugged and designed for countries with limited resources. This jet is not just a machine, it is a statement. Somalia is telling its neighbors and the world, we are back. We are ready to protect our people and our skies. The price tag, $900 million, covers more than just the jets. Somalia's deal is all-inclusive. It includes 24 JF-17 Block III fighters, pilot training, and technical support. Pakistani experts will be on the ground in Somalia, helping to set up the Air Force from scratch. Training is, honestly, a big part of the package. Somali pilots will learn to fly the JF-17 in state-of-the-art simulators. Ground crews will be taught how to maintain and repair the jets. This is a long-term partnership, not just a quick sale. Weapons are also part of the deal. Somalia will get air-to-air missiles, guided bombs, and surveillance equipment. Financing is actually pretty generous, with payments spread over several years. Pakistan will help Somalia build hangars, support facilities, and even help write new Air Force manuals. This is a full restart for Somalia's air power. The country is not just buying planes, it is buying a future in the sky, with the tools, skills, and support to make it work. Why did Somalia choose Pakistan, and not the United States, France, or Russia? Well, the answer is both practical and political. Western countries are often, slow to approve arms sales to fragile states. They demand tough rules, strict oversight, and sometimes even block deals for fear of misuse. Pakistan, on the other hand, offered a different path. The JF-17 Block 3 is affordable and effective. Pakistan has already sold it to other countries with similar needs. Their training and technical support are designed for nations starting from scratch. For Somalia, this just made sense. There's also a real bond between the two countries. Both have Muslim-majority populations and face similar security threats. Pakistan's military has experience fighting insurgents and rebuilding after conflict, so Somali leaders saw a partner who truly understands their struggles. Pakistan was also willing to be flexible on financing and support, which helped Somalia jumpstart its air force without waiting years for Western approval. In the end, the deal is more than just business. It's about trust and shared interests. The benefits for Somalia go way beyond just defense. With jets in the sky, the government can better control its territory. Pirates and militants might think twice before launching attacks. The Air Force will be able to patrol borders, support troops on the ground, and keep an eye on illegal fishing or smuggling. Building an Air Force also means jobs. Pilots, mechanics, engineers, and support staff will all be trained. New bases and hangars will be constructed, giving a boost to local economies. Plus, technical know-how will start to return to a country that once lost its aviation brainpower. International respect is another big gain. Somalia will be seen as more stable and serious about security, which could attract more investment and partnerships. For young Somalis who once dreamed of flying, there's now a real future in the Air Force. Above all, this deal brings hope. It's a signal that Somalia is ready to rebuild, not just survive. The sky isn't the limit anymore. It's actually the new frontier. One of the surprises in this deal is who's helping pay for it. Wealthy Gulf states, like Qatar and the UAE, are providing much of the financing. The Gulf has long been interested in the Horn of Africa, a key region for trade and security. By helping Somalia rebuild its air force, they gain influence and protect their interests. Somalia's location, close to the Red Sea and Indian Ocean, makes it a strategic prize. Either way, Gulf money is fueling Somalia's rise back into the sky. The road ahead is, honestly, pretty risky. Somalia's government is still fragile. Corruption, political infighting, and a lack of oversight could easily derail the project. Building an air force from scratch is not easy at all. Pilots and technicians will need years of training. There's also the danger of regional arms races. Neighbors might see Somalia's new jets as a threat, which could raise tensions and spark more military spending across East Africa. International watchdogs will be watching closely to make sure the jets aren't misused. The cost is another huge challenge. Even with Gulf support, $900 million is a heavy burden for Somalia. Maintenance, fuel, and spare parts will be expensive, and the Air Force must avoid becoming a white elephant. Impressive, but ultimately unsustainable. Yet, the risks come with rewards. If managed well, this deal could inspire other African countries to invest in their own defense and development. Somalia's journey back into the sky is really just beginning, and the world will be watching every step.